In the novel The Sheltering Sky, written by Paul Bowles, the story talks about a young married couple, Port and Kit, traveling to different countries in the North African continent. The story talks a lot about how guilt and fear lead to our downfall. Port and Kit always have a fear of discussing about the problems in their marriage. This is the end result of a lack of communication due to the fear in the relationship. Port fears confrontation, and in return he loses his marriage and friend, Tunner. In the movie, the Punisher, the main character, Frank Castle, who is a former Marine, goes on vacation with his wife and kids. Everything is good until the private island they're staying on is raided by terrorists, but Frank Castle hesitates to take action and save his wife, and as a result, she ended up getting murdered. Ads in today's society focus on the fact that if you don't buy a certain product, you will regret it, and therefore you will not be happy. In The Sheltering Sky, Port gets extremely sick, but his wife Kit does not feel any sympathy for Port. She even says that it is his fault. She says all of this during the early stages of Port's sickness, before realizing that eventually it would lead to his death. The death of Port was even more difficult for Kit to overcome, because she feels regret for never trying to help their marriage, and this leads to her having sexual affairs with Tunner and other merchants that she meets along the rest of her trip in North Africa. The Sheltering Sky can relate back to both works we have read in the class this semester, The Lord of the Flies and Macbeth. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, Macbeth is always fearing getting caught with the murders of numerous people. He deeply regrets his actions, and in the end, it leads to him getting killed by the husband and father of the family he had murdered. In The Lord of the Flies, a great example of fear leading to one's downfall is Piggy. Piggy is always afraid to speak up and give his opinion about things, which causes him to become an outsider on the island. At the end of the story, it leads to his death when one of the other boys kills him. Overall, The Sheltering Sky shows that if we don't live on the edge a little bit and step out of our comfort zones, we will miss out on opportunities that could lead us to greater places.